Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Go ahead and like this video, share it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Today I'm talking about Tim Savage. And if you don't know Tim Savage, he is Joycelyn Savage's father, one of R. Kelly's girlfriend's father. Little backstory on Tim Savage. He is a car dealer. His wife was a boutique owner. Allegedly, she sold exotic products, things like that. And they're from Memphis, Tennessee. They moved to Atlanta to help Joycelyn further her music career. But let's just pause right there, because before they moved to Atlanta, I came across a video from someone who says they know Tim Savage and knows that he was fired from the car dealership he was working at. And not only that, but he heard conversations of Tim Savage talking about exploiting R. Kelly.
Just here to tell the truth, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know this dude personally. I know Joycelyn Savage daddy, Timothy Savage, personally. I used to sell cars with this guy.
So
I know he lying.
What made you want to come out with the story?
Because he tearing another black man down. Tearing him down, bro. Slander. Extortion. At the highest.
So you saying all this is a lie?
A lie. The biggest scam of them all, bro. I'm just gonna be real with you, bro. I'm not protecting nobody. I don't know R. Kelly personally. I don't have a vengeance against Tim. I don't have a vengeance. I don't know Joycelyn. I don't know nobody, bro. But I do know one thing, bro. That this a case of extortion, bro. From this guy mouth personally.
If you don't know anybody,
I don't know the daughter. I don't know R. Kelly. But I know Timothy Savage. I used to work with him.
Okay.
So I know what was said. And I was there when it was said.
So what was said?
Basically, if R. Kelly don't keep giving him money, he was in the process of losing his Mercedes. He lost the job at Par's Cars, selling cars, used cars. That he was going to extort him for money. He was going to come out and say that he had his daughter hostage.
So when the checks stopped coming, his mouth started running.
When the checks start coming, his mouth started running. Just think about it. You watch Lifetime. Why is most of the parents business owners? Where they get the money from? Where they get those luxury cars from before they was on Lifetime? Where?
They are adults.
Check it out.
They are adults with careers, though.
Yeah. Man, you gotta do the back history, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Just think about it. You gotta be a critical thinker. If the daughter came out and said she not hostage, what's really going on? What is it really for? Just be real with yourself.
So basically, you think they just pressing the issue after she told them that it was a false situation?
I know for a fact they pressing the issue.
So it's not the daughter, more so it's the father, Tim.
Bro, it's Timothy, bro. Tim, basically, bro, he got all the other parents together, bro. And it's a big plot.
So what are they going
with the brother?
Think they gonna split something?
Hey, they getting it. Lifetime paid them. They got a few more other stories coming out. Just being real. So, it ain't no secret. Everybody knows that it's a scam. It's the biggest plot.
What do you plan on getting out of you coming out with this story?
I don't want nothing. I just want the people to know the truth behind it. You know what I'm saying? Just being real with you.
How far?
I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with Aaliyah, none of the other girls, but I just know for a fact that Timothy Savage is lying about his situation.
How far are you willing to go with this?
You can put me on a lie detector test. I'll take a lie detector test.
No.
I'm not going to court though, but I'll take a lie detector test.
What I'm saying is, how many other places do you plan on taking the store? Your store?
I mean, I don't plan on taking it. I mean, to be real, I don't want no money from it. If anybody want to do an interview with me, they can hit me personally. You know, I just want to come out and just say, hey, he lying. I got a lot of information to share with you. A lot of it. You know, if you want to know, if you're going to ask me the right questions, I'm going to give it to you. You know? But just know that the whole story is a lie. It's the biggest plot ever. I don't know what's going on with Aaliyah. I don't know what's going on with the other girls. But I know this is a lie.
So, according to Joycelyn, she believes her family is trying to make money off of her relationship with Kelly. And some people think that automatically that means just financially from R. Kelly. Well, I believe that also means through all this other bullcrap he's doing on Instagram, on YouTube, the reality TV shows he's trying to introduce, all that. He's trying to make money off of this situation. If you notice, every time they give a public speech, they come with a word and then come with the dictionary explanation, meaning they apparently go look up some word and then decide they want to repeat it to us like we're slow. Like, for example, with the Stockholm Syndrome and a narcissist. Just a couple examples. I noticed they throw those terms out and then begin to explain it like we don't know what a narcissist is. Like, did y'all just read that today or something? Like, they almost talk like they're smarter than the average person when no. Joycelyn first met R. Kelly in 2015 and was invited to go backstage. She was with her mother and her sister. And if you'll notice, this is the picture they took backstage. Although the Savages are portraying to the public that Joycelyn just snuck off on her own. They had no idea what was going on. Yeah, he was supposed to be helping her with her music. The real story is they ended up meeting R. Kelly. They wanted him to help her with the music. He was more fascinated with the beauty. And they're not satisfied with the situation. They've tried everything in the book to get this girl back. They've publicly humiliated her. They call the police damn near once every week to have a wellness check. They wonder why she doesn't want to come home, but every time she does make contact with them in some way, form, or fashion, they're recording her. So who the hell would want to come around their family when all they want to do is record it and sell it to the tabloids? But let's just go to the video in which Joycelyn is explaining what's going on, because she came out with one video to appease her family, to tell them to back off. That wasn't good enough. They're still doing the wellness check. So then she made this video.
Hi, this is Joycelyn Savage, and I would like to direct this message to my family, but especially my dad. Dad, you know everything that's going on with the media and the internet, and what you have done is a complete disaster, and you need to stop. Because right now, I am fed up with everything you are doing. You're embarrassing me and the whole entire family. I am happy where I'm at and the people that I'm around, and it's getting out of hand, seriously. Because honestly, you know the situation that had happened that night when I went to meet R. Kelly. So I would like for you, matter of fact, I would love for you to stop what you're doing, because this is I can't believe you even went this far. I love you to death, but I need you to understand me. Please stop what you're doing. Please.
As I sit here, it just dawned on me. If the first time Joycelyn met R. Kelly was in 2015 backstage at a concert, and she was with her mother, which I showed you a few minutes ago, how in the hell are they now trying to claim that R. Kelly allegedly assaulted Joycelyn when they first met? See, this is the bullshit. They are talking so fucking much. They just literally keep putting lie after lie after lie. And if you don't believe me that they are now trying to say that's what happened, watch. Watch this. As reported by The Blast, March 15th, R. Kelly's girlfriend claimed the singer sexually assaulted her during first meeting. And she didn't even claim that, but alright, let's see. Sources very close to the ongoing federal investigation into the R. Kelly tell The Blast Joycelyn Savage was flown out to Tulsa, Oklahoma in 2015. Alright, so if she was flown out in 2015, why weren't either of you with her? Once in Oklahoma, Joycelyn met with Kelly in a hotel room and sang for him. Pause. Do that sound right to y'all? Come on now. Some people just set themselves up for bullshit. Now, first of all, if they didn't go with her, that's their fault. Number two, if they let her go meet him in the hotel, that's their fault. Like, this is stupid. She was told to disrobe down to her underwear and walk around the room, who eventually made a move on her. We're told Savage later confided in at least 2 friends, including her voice coach and the woman's son, and blase. And if you'll go back to my previous videos, I went over this already. So we'll just skip through this. So let's go back to the story. See how I just keep flip-flopping? Let's go back. So now that I answered my question as to how did they go from the backstage to her getting assaulted, now they went from the backstage to her getting invited to Oklahoma. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. No, wait. That don't explain. Because they said years later. Well, anyway, forget it. I ain't even finna spend too much time trying to figure it out. But either way it go, Joycelyn tells you that her parents knew what was going on. They tell you that much. I just personally feel like the Savages are some schemers, and Tim Savage is a manipulator. So I bring you to this video. Y'all could go look it up. It's Jay Savage. You can look it up, Jay Savage R. Kelly diss, and find it. It's basically this little diss song they made to R. Kelly, and more proof in what I'm saying that they're more clout chasing than actually trying to get this girl back. And why they doing all this, it's no damn wonder why she don't want to come home, because they just doing too much. Let me skip to where Daddy was doing a lot of talking, because I want you to just see the differences in how he went first from being all gangster, coming at R. Kelly like, you know who it is, you better return my daughter, like, you know, that tough macho man shit. So he realized that didn't work. Then he want to change the memo, and that's whack.
This is a vast contrast from the Tim Savage that was in the interview during the press conference. Now, just to catch you up, Joycelyn Savage is the girl that's believed to be held beyond her will in R. Kelly's compound in Atlanta. She's the one that gave the uncomfortable TMZ interview. She said she wasn't being held captive and that her parents were harassing her. Well, her father has been making videos online that I found dated all the way back from December of last year. At that time, he gave R. Kelly 120 days to release his daughter, or the time would be up and he'd start exposing him. Well, the time has been up. The family finally got the push that they needed, and the story is trending everywhere. Now, in these videos, Tim, who's her father, expresses how R. Kelly was supposed to jumpstart his daughter's career. Joycelyn went off to college, and then she got hooked up with R. Kelly, and nobody has really heard from her since. Her sister makes a diss track about R. Kelly, accusing him of being naked in a room with some guy named Bubba, and exposing R. Kelly for his likes of wanting to get rectal exams from women.
Love fingers up his ass with acrylic nails attached to it. Yeah, that sound bad, but understand that, do this shit.
Oh Lord, child, not the Pied Piper. Well, without further ado, here are the videos.
R. Kelly, by now, you should know that you should come see me. You know who I am. You know who you have at your house. My daughter, Joycelyn Savage. My name is Tim Savage. You know who I am. The problem is, R. Kelly, you made some bad choices that you should have made. You know, this kind of reminds me of a Bill Cosby, Eddie Long situation. You're just like a pig that doesn't fly straight. R. Kelly, I'm willing to meet you anywhere, anytime. Where's a radio station? Where is it a TV station? Any one of those places to discuss this problem. I'm pretty sure a man like you will not meet me in those settings. R. Kelly, I want to talk to you. We've talked before. I want you to know that what you're doing to women, period, is not fair to them. Let's let the fans know what's really going on. The fans deserve to know. People deserve to know what type of character you are. See, I don't have to hide behind shades. I'm a man that's concerned about his daughter. I'm a private man. But you pushed me to this point. It's not about the money.
Now, he's a private man, but he's trying to do a fucking reality show on getting his daughter back. And you know what's crazy? While Joycelyn, while R. Kelly was in jail for those days, why you couldn't get your daughter back then? I
never even asked you for money. These things are going to be told soon enough. It's a lot of other things that people don't know, they're going to know. I don't have to raise up a bat to get my point across at this point in time. But what I do need, R. Kelly, is for you to meet me one-on-one. These things are going to be told soon enough. It's a lot of other things that people don't know, they're going to know. I don't have to raise up a bat to get my point across at this point in time. But what I do need, R. Kelly, is for you to meet me one-on-one. Where's a radio station? Where's a TV station? Where's a talk show? Whitney Williams. Whatever it may be, your choice. I want to meet you, but you're a coward. You don't want that. I'm looking forward to talking.
So guess what? When that didn't work, this is what I think happened. He sent an old friend in to scout the place. I believe this is where Asante McGee comes into play. Because I know for a fact that Asante McGee is the person that contacted the Savages after she left R. Kelly's house. And I know for a fact she vigorously hounded this man until she got in the position to get in his house. It is being said she was asked to leave because she was accused of stealing. And after she left, she called up Tim Savage. Now, she's gonna ask her about R. Kelly's finances, and watch what she says. So this is what I think is a motivation for the whole blackmailing scheme, extortion, whatever you want to call it, because just because a person might not have money in accounts don't necessarily mean they don't have money.
R. Kelly, now you look at it now. When you look back, did he have financial issues? Did you ever see him having any type or talking about financial issues?
No.
Because they're saying he only has $350,000 in the bank.
He would carry a Louis book sack full of money.
Really?
I remember before I moved in, I remember playing a game, a whiskey game. He would put the first round had like $1,100 on the table, and then he had money in his pocket. And if you won, you either took the pot or whatever was in the pocket. The second round, he had a whole bunch of money. You either chose the money in his pocket, not knowing if it's all ones or whatever the pot was.
And that's
it was $9,700 in his pocket.
So he had money. Okay.
Yes.
What about this? Did he ever talk about the allegations with him and young girls? And,
No.
and it kept coming back up. He never mentioned.
He never spoke of any of his past at all. If anything.
Oh, but let Lisa Van Allen tell it. He told her all about Aaliyah, which, look who he's talking about, Lisa Van Allen. And I just also wanted to include this because people are always saying R. Kelly and the underage girl thing and how they keep driving home this underage girl and keep throwing the 13-year-old. Like, notice they keep trying to put the minimum numbers in there just to add that shock value, when at the end of the day, the youngest was the girl on the tape, which was 14, and then you have Geronda Pace, which was 16. She lied and said she was 19, though. So you have situations like that, and I'm not saying that's an excuse. Men should be very careful with situations like that. If I was a guy, I would definitely card. No doubt about it. But listen to what she says now on this interview, now that she can be asked questions, versus the propaganda that they want to tell you and how he's only attracted to little girls.
We're talking to Asante McGee, everybody, who actually lived with R. Kelly in the house with, what, you said 2 other women? The young girls. You know, you said you met him, you were 35, right? So clearly he's going, well, he said that in an interview with Gail. I'm like, I'm all, you know. But here's the thing. Did you see a lot of young girls?
No, and see, because like I said, when I was just flying back and forth, I really did not see young girls. And it's crazy because when I moved into the house, I remember seeing this girl twice prior to me moving in. And when I first saw her, the first time I saw her, which was in Connecticut, he had like 2 concerts in Connecticut and in New Jersey. Okay. And at that time, I thought she looked really young, but I'm like, okay, maybe she just looked younger for her age. She was sitting on his lap. And so then I saw her earlier, I think later on, in Oklahoma at another concert.
And was she sitting on his lap again?
No, she was actually, because he told me to come into his dressing room, but her back was facing me, and he was rubbing on her butt, so I was confused.
And she's still a young girl, you're looking at this?
Well, yeah.
17?
Yeah. And so, you know, and I was confused, and he was like, give daddy a kiss, and, you know, I was just like, okay, what is going on? So it was like everything was normal. So I guess that's when he was just molding me to meeting the other girls. But
now, mind you, 17 in Chicago is legal consent age, and that's the age he likes them. He might meet you at 16, tell you to come holler at me when you get 17, 18, something like that. I don't doubt that, but I don't think he just goes out praying for little girls at all.
that's not the situation. And I contacted the parents, and when I contacted both parents and I told them what, you know, he's done to me and what I've witnessed their kids do, I felt that they did not know and they were not okay with it.
What have you witnessed their kids do?
As far as Azarel, I witnessed her perform fellatio in front of me, his one of his assistants, and the trainer. And we were just all in the cigar room, and I just started hearing moaning and stuff, and I looked up, and everybody just seemed like it was normal, and no one was bothered. And I'm like, you know, I have a teenager, and there's no way I would be comfortable with, you know, somebody watching my teenage do this to anybody.
Wait. You have a teenage daughter, so while you were living away with him, somebody obviously was caring for you.
Well, this was the summertime, and so that's where a lot of people think that I left my kids unattended. No. When I was dating him and was traveling back and forth, they were well attended, not by my teenage daughter, with a close friend that I've known for 10 years, and also family members.
Okay.
So this was the summer.
And this guy for the longest, and I cannot find, when I would go look for him, that doggone SUV would crank up and move. When I say the SUV, I'm talking about the Mercedes truck and the tour bus. But if he put my daughter in front of me, I guarantee you, things will change dramatically right then.
Lies.
And that's what he's not gonna do. So R. Kelly made you have sex with another girl? Let me call this.
Why you want to curse his ass out?
He made you have sex with
He
another
did not
girl?
make me have sex with her.
You wanted to have sex with her?
No, I didn't. Oh my God. Who is April?
Who is April?
Who is April?
Who is April?
She's getting older. Who is April? Why do we keep talking about R. Kelly?
R. Kelly made you have sex with another
No,
girl?
nobody made me have sex with no
So
one.
how did it happen? Did you want to have sex with her?
Oh my God. You want to have sex with the girl? No, just at the moment. Nobody was around because R. Kelly made you have sex with the girl. That's why.
Hold on. What happened? What you mean? R. Kelly wanted you to have sex?
No, I'm saying at the moment it was at the time, but it was just a one-time thing. That's he had sex with her too. What do you mean? Why did I have sex with her too? Honestly, but then I'm just saying I don't know anything about the other girls. That's what I'm saying. Get that nigga on the phone.
How drill happened? Drill's not happening. I'm just keeping it real. You want me to lie? She's not helping. She's not right now. I mean, she's done a little bit, but she need to continue. She need to go to the authorities and tell them he's $197,000 back in child support. And that'll get him in jail right today But that ain't happen. I told girls. Right.
Notice how he just switched up? Just proves my point. They are not looking for justice on anything. They just looking for any fucking reason to lock R. Kelly up. Period. Now, I'm going to just show you how he start to lash out on all the other so-called victims. Because you see he lashing out at Andrea. He lashed out at Ashanti. He also lashed out at Faith. As I said before, one by one, they are going to discredit each other. One by one.
So she had the opportunity to speak with her daughter, and Joycelyn was asleep.
I was snatching both of them girls.
She had to focus on her daughter.
Just keep it real.
You don't understand the line of other girls.
Savage's cousin has sad news.
You know what?
Now she want to put the focus on Michelle Gardner. Now she being selfish by not getting Joycelyn and only getting Dominique. But the gag is the whole rescue was some bullshit.
Police is talking to her. I don't know. She don't want to come. They won't let you talk to her. They won't let you even talk to her. No. Joycelyn does not want to leave. She literally is telling them she don't want to have nothing to do with you guys. She want to be left alone.
Didn't in the last press conference these people said the only well-being check they had, they did it FaceTime. And they had never heard of anybody doing a well-being check through FaceTime. Didn't she say that bullshit? I'm going to have to look for that video.
That what she told the police. She wanted to be left alone. They said she was reasonable. She showed no signs of harming herself or anything. Gosh, this is horrible. How's your relationship with Michelle Kramer? She blocked me on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, Michelle. We don't have no feelings or no. I mean, these guys are taking it too personal. We not taking it personal. We taking it to a point where we got to get these girls out on the deal, and that's the reason why we won't give up on Joycelyn. We love them. I know I do. Yeah, we love them. Right?
Yeah, I love all three girls very much. Yeah,
but I'm not controlling, guys. I'm passionate about my daughter.
It's a good head of household. Very good. And the recent wellness check was not real. No parent, ourselves or the other parents had called in a wellness check.
No, man, that's some bullshit.
That was something that they set up.
Listen, no.
And Rob was in the house, so.
Rob, listen, when you do a wellness check, you're supposed to have the girls are supposed to be taken away out of that environment. A detective's supposed to do that and then take them away from there, where it's in the cars or whether they were supposed to be at the station, but they supposed to be taken out of that environment, not going to another room and Rob sitting in another room. Because soon as the detective leave, he ain't got.
So this what they did. They called the police in order to get a wellness check. If anybody who don't know, in order to get a wellness check, you will have to think a person is in harm. So what they keep doing is they keep calling the fucking police saying that Joycelyn is being held against her will. So the police come out there and the girl tell them every freaking time she's not being held against her will. Yet they keep on persisting to do this bullshit. And notice it says they were interviewed separately, both Joycelyn and Azriel. There was nothing out of the ordinary with the residents.
Hey, with Jada Pinkett Smith.
I would love to do the round table with Jada.
Lisa Van Allen did that.
She did a pretty good job. I would love to do it. I mean, I think it would be emotional.
We just did Dateline. Yeah, it would air Friday?
Yeah, Friday. Go get some psychic help, one or the other, but get him some help. I don't
Yana
get
has turned it down already. He wanted to go at Yana.
Yeah, we would have loved to went on to Yana.
She's already turned it down.
I loved it. I would have loved to be on there. They might have had a couple security guards, but we would have loved to be on there. And that's just keeping it real. But that didn't happen. We want our daughter back. We want her good health. We want our daughter. We want our daughter back in good health. Right. We want our daughter out this situation. Right. We don't want her back like, she go and stay with us. No, she can go get her own.
What kind of shit is that? He just caught himself saying something stupid as fuck. Like, what the fuck?
Apartment. We want her out of a situation that's going to harm her for the rest of her life.
Go back a little bit and refresh our listeners and let them know how you came to find out that she was even with R. Kelly. Start from school. Let's.
So how are you? Are you having any communication with her?
We're having minimum communication, which is 30 seconds.
Phone call you got from her? What did she say? How did she sound? The last phone call.
Well, my wife, it was in December 2017.
I'm sure a lot of people are wondering that if you got to actually speak to her, and she said, "Mom, Dad, I'm happy, I'm good, there's nothing wrong with me," then what would you do? What happens from there?
Well, like I said, if Joycelyn is physically, mentally all well, we have no problem with what she chooses to do with her life.
I'm 21. I'm about to be 22 in about 5 days. And I just mainly want to say that I'm in a happy place with my life, and I'm not being brainwashed or anything like that. You know, it just came to a point where it definitely has gotten out of hand. So, you know, I just want everybody to know, my parents and everybody in the world, that I am totally fine. I'm happy where I'm at, and everything is okay with me.
So you are not being held against your will or doing anything that you do not want to do?
Oh, no, not at all. I've never been feeling hostage or anything like that in that nature. Never.
So why is it now that your family's coming forward and saying this, and they've asked for a welfare check and everything like that? Why do you think now?
I personally, I don't really know what's going on with that, so I wouldn't want to answer that at this moment. The last time I spoke to my parents may have been about a good on and off for about a good 6-5 months. I haven't really spoken to them because of everything they've been causing problems in my life, about saying I've been hostage and being held against my will and stuff like that, because I'm very heartbroken of what's going on with this situation, because it's getting to a point where it's getting too much out of hand. You know, me having to deal with this and me being 22, it's just, you know, it's just not right. So I haven't spoken to them mainly in about 5 to 6 months, really, on and off. I mean, they'll, you know, text me from time to time, but I haven't really wanted to speak to them. Hi, this is Joycelyn Savage, and I would like to direct this message to my family, but especially my dad. Dad, you know everything that's going on with the media and the internet, and what you have done is a complete disaster, and you need to stop. Because right now, I am fed up with everything you are doing. You're embarrassing me and the whole entire family. I am happy where I'm at and the people that I'm around, and it's getting out of hand, seriously. Because honestly, you know the situation that had happened that night when I went to meet R. Kelly. So I would like for you, matter of fact, I would love for you to stop what you're doing, because this is I can't believe you even went this far. I love you to death, but I need you to understand me. Please stop what you're doing. Please.
Now, why does your family always say that you're being held captive? You're obviously not. You know, you're out here doing your thing.
Cousin Hassan News.
You know what? The police is talking to her. I don't know. You know, she don't want to come.
They won't let you talk to her. They won't let you even talk to her.
No.
another reason.
Speak today for months in, years in, until he released these girls and put them back where they belong. My daughter was off in college at the time, and I haven't seen her since. I want to thank y'all for coming out, and I'm going to let someone else speak. I'm going to let my wife speak.
Y'all hear these fucking lies. It just don't make no sense.
And then I'm also going to let Shanti speak if she want to.
Can you tell us your name first?
My name is Timothy Savage.
And before you leave the microphone, though, can we ask you, it's a pretty serious charge to say that your daughter's being held against her will. How old is she, and what evidence do you have she's being held against her will?
My daughter is, right now, she's 21 at this time. I'm going to ask some questions.
Is she 20 or 21? Did you get confused? Like, what the hell?
After this. So if you can hold your questions, I'm going to ask a couple questions for people. So allow my family and friends to speak and guests to speak, so we can have that honor to share and put this out here, okay? Thank you. This is my wife, Joycelyn Savage.
Spell your name, please.
I'm Joycelyn. It's spelled Jonjelyn. The house that we're standing in front of today is the first time I've been at this location. But through the sources of Cheryl Mack, which was his assistant, that gave me information about the guest house. Also, I have pictures of where the house was, inside this house where he resided, where he had rooms set up for like a hotel for the girls to stay in. And he also had a black room where they do different sexual acts in, and then he had the separate rooms, 3 separate rooms, total 4 rooms in his house, which they have it all identical set up. My daughter's severely brainwashed. She's brainwashed to the point where she says anything that he asks her to say. She's not the same Joycelyn that we knew when we met. I've reached out to Diane Copeland and Alicia Evans, which are the madams that watches over the girls, and they would not give me any information about my daughter. So we just want him to release her and let her go on with her life, because he's affected too many young girls over the years. And I just want her home and to try to get her rehabilitated to the Joycelyn that we know and miss. Thank you.
Please give us your name, please.
My name is Asante McGee, Asante. I had an encounter with R. Kelly, and I lived with him at another location that's not far from here. I've participated and witnessed a lot of acts that I did not agree with, and the way he manipulates each and every woman that comes around. I'm blessed to have a strong will mind, and the things that I've witnessed, I have a 17.
She having a hard ass time remembering her lines, ain't she?
Year-old daughter myself, and I always thought this could be my daughter. I've been reading the blogs. Everybody's saying that, oh, we're lying. R. Kelly's not this monster. He's not that person. I've always been a fan of R. Kelly from day one. I was always defending him until I got behind closed doors. I reached out to the Savages as well as Isabel Clary parents because I saw both of their daughters and I did not like what I was seeing. Again, I felt like if this was my daughter doing this, I want somebody to come out to me and help me. So I've been with them and just giving them as much information that I've seen, just living in the house with them. And it just took a whole bunch of encounters that finally I got the willpower to just walk away. So I've been gone since last summer, but I've stayed in contact with them after I left and gave them as much updates that I could give them as far as the conditions that's treated, where you have to ask to be, take a bath, permission to shower, to eat, permission to go from one room to the next. He really manipulates your mind because of who he is and his fame. So if it wasn't because his fame and you're happy because you're with R. Kelly, he wouldn't get away with doing the things they want. So as far as these girls, I feel like.
But at the same time, if he wasn't R. Kelly, y'all would not tolerate the shit that y'all tolerated. So at the end of the day, who playing who? Like, take accountability. That's all I'm saying.
They've been in so long that they will need help because of the things that he puts in your head and make you believe everybody's against you.
Was it this house here?
No, I've never. This is my first time being at this house. I was always at the main location. And I really don't know the address offhand, but it's another location that's not far from this home.
How long did you know R. Kelly?
3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
How did you
You see that? You see that? Why is Tim coaching Ashanti? But y'all keep telling the public R. Kelly is the one manipulating. R. Kelly don't even know what to say himself. And you want us to believe he is telling these other girls what to say. But we do catch you on film many times coaching the people around you.
We're going to step in for a minute.
See what I mean?
Yes. I want to answer the majority of the questions. Some of these questions will be answered at a later date. We will give another interview.
He ain't got no answers.
And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to talk to you about joy, and he going into all this other stuff, talking about taking trips to Key West, and let's go do blah, 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 and then he got pissed off. They went to, because I'm pretty sure you know Joycelyn's mom is sick right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so, they went up to Tennessee, I think it was around the holidays, to visit her mom, see her, everything like that. And Tim was calling me and saying, like, he wanted to meet up in Atlanta, like he was going to leave, like, a day for them and leave them in Tennessee. And he wanted to meet up, so I just kept making excuses, like, oh, no, I'm going to be out of town, I wasn't, but I just I'm not trying to use that in.
Right.
And,
she looked like meeting with somebody else's husband.
Right, and he got so pissed off. He got so pissed off because Joycelyn was coming back with him. I was like, this is insane. Like, it was just too much.
Now, the voice you are hearing is Cash Jones, who is someone who used to be with R. Kelly, who used to participate with his whatever little orgy situationship he got going on. I don't know if she was put there by Tim Savage or not, but I do know that in some way, form, or fashion, she ends up with the Savages, and he's flirting with her. Apparently, his wife Joycelyn had gotten sick at some point, and he's asking her to be their surrogates. Yeah, crazy, right?
Yes. That was too much. That's why when she was on the phone, I'm like, Joycelyn, trust me, I don't want him. Like, I do not, and I know in her mind, to me what it sounded like with Joycelyn the whole stuff. I know how I look. It looks bad, but it's just for Joycelyn, I think that they've been in that stage before with cheating and stuff like that. So I think that for her, I mean, you know your husband. You know what kind of person you married. Embarrassing. It was confrontational. I was harassed. She gave my phone number to people that were trying to be violent. I mean, it was a fiasco in New York.
Damn.
And I still did not, like, them just apologized to me for it over and over again, and I still dealt with them after that. After everybody was telling me not to. Even the other people involved in the situation was saying, listen, don't. I can tell you everything they done said bad about you to all of us, this and that, whatever. They was telling me not to, but I was like, no, they under pressure, all of this. And that's why I kept saying, it's just because of the experience I had that just really, it was like, but what really took the take was the audio recording, because it definitely caught them off guard. And then the flirting part, okay, this is what happened. The audio recording, somebody
somebody sent it to them or whatever. She sent it to them, whatever it went. I know they got it because when they called me, I was just waking up. They woke me up. It was like 5 in the morning. And Tim's going off, and there was so much going on, and I'm just waking up, so I'm trying to wake myself up. I'm like, well, wait, what's going on? And I guess because Tim was so afraid, because he knew all of the flirting and all the different stuff he had done, and he didn't know there was any audio, so I think he didn't know what they had. So he went into confessing to Joycelyn at that point, because he didn't know what they had, so it was like, okay, I gotta tell her. You know what I'm saying? I gotta tell her what I've been saying. And what really hurt Joycelyn the most was this baby stuff, with him talking about he wanted me to have his baby because it really bothered him that she couldn't have no more kids, and he don't have a son to carry on his last name, and all of this, and, you know, stuff like that. That's why I said, he could say he was flirting all he wants to get information, but it was the stuff that he said and the stuff that he did, and Joycelyn knows, listen, that wasn't for no information, and I think that's what hurt her the most, and that's what the problem is.
But I just want to let you be aware. See, that's what I was trying to tell you.
Yo, Timothy Savage.
She claims that R. Kelly abused her and purposely infected her with herpes. So, in this recording that you are about to hear, you are going to continuously hear Tim Savage say that Faith is lying. Not only does he claim that she's lying, he claims to have video and audio showing that she's lying.
That bitch lying. I can let you listen to 4 hours of motherfucking tape. That bitch mama told her to go back and get some more motherfucking proof. I got this shit on motherfucking video and audio. I just trying to hold that shit because my daughter's in a situation. I got this bitch saying it on goddamn tape, video and audio. You can see her goddamn face saying this shit.
Okay, so that's just a short clip of the audio that I'm about to let you listen to. Before I let you hear the entire audio, I want to make it abundantly clear to you all that I am not saying that Faith is lying, and I am in no way trying to victim shame her. I cannot confirm or deny any of the allegations that you will hear in this audio. All allegations in this audio are alleged. This is just an anonymous tip that was delivered to me. Also, I have already reached out to the Savage family to try to get a comment regarding this audio that you're about to hear. I spoke to Tim Savage's publicist, and he made it very clear to me that Tim will not be speaking to me. His publicist thanked me for reaching out to get a comment first. He said that he respected me for doing my due diligence, but unfortunately his client, Tim Savage, cannot speak to me because there's an investigation going on, and he cannot make a comment that could possibly ruin the investigation. I then told him that I completely understand, and then he asked me when my video is coming out. I told him that my video was not coming out that day that we were speaking, but that it would be coming out soon. He told me to contact him if anything changed, to update him about my video. He said thank you and goodbye. Now, of course, there was more to that conversation, which I did record, but that's basically what happened. I told you guys all of that just so you can understand that Tim Savage, his publicist, and his lawyer are very aware that I'm putting this video out, and they've been made aware for the last 10 days. And not once have I been asked not to put this video out. So today,
so, I'm going to end this video here. And I'm going to keep on digging because, as you can see, they can't stay out of the public light. They have got to keep making statements. And I'm going to just keep putting the videos together. If you like this video, again, thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs up anyway. Comment, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tell me what you think about all this. I personally think, like I said, it's a complete scam. Orchestrated by Tim Savage. Things didn't go the way he wanted it to go. Now he's trying every way possible to slap any charge that will stick on R. Kelly. He wished he was the one who had the charge, but if it's somebody else, that's good with him too. And I'm pretty sure some of you are going to comment, and that's good with y'all too, but for some of us, we just want to know the whole story. Have a good day.